Disclaimer. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes. It is not a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset. Please do your own research and due diligence when choosing what to invest in. Now, on to the analysis.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. It's the end of another month and another week, and it's been one whole quarter since I started using the wheel strategy with Bitfarms. So I wanted to show today how it's been going this last quarter. So let's take a look at my 3-month history here with Robinhood investing. So as we can see here in the last quarter, I'm up 4.74%. So that's pretty good. The last month, I'm up 21.31%, right? So it seems that most of the gains that I've made has happened in this last month, which is May. Okay, so we've had a pretty good week, month, and quarter so far since using the wheel strategy with Bitfarms. And as we can see here in my buying power, ladies and gentlemen, for the month of May, I've made a total of $363 minus the transaction fees using the wheel strategy. So this is how much money I've made in passive income by investing around $300 a week into the Robinhood stock market app, right? So now let's take a look at the shares of Bitfarms that I own, okay? If you remember on my last video, I only had around $293 that I had made in passive income. So how did I make an extra $70? Well, let me show you here in my history with Bitfarms. We go down, scroll down to the history here. The last $70 that I made was by selling a 5.5 covered call option expiring August 16th. And this one I did on May 28th, which I believe was Tuesday. Yes. Okay. So I sold two covered call contracts, and I made $10 right there. Okay. Now on Thursday, I invested $250 into the stock market, and I was able to sell another put holding those $250 in collateral, and I made $60 off of that $250. So that's 24, I believe that's 24% return on my investment as soon as I invested those $250. So what that essentially means is that if by August 16th, trades or shares of Bitfarms are still below $2.50, I'll be buying shares of Bitfarms at $2.50 per share. But because I got paid 60 cents per share already, right? $60 for this contract, then that means that I'm really buying shares of Bitfarms on August 16th for $1.90, right? So I am buying it for a discount. If we consider that right now it's currently trading at $2.25, right? So I definitely would be buying them at a discount. All right, so that's great. That's how I made my last $70 for the month of May. So now we could collect this rent, ladies and gentlemen. We could collect $363 rent that we made, or passive income that we made for the month of May. This buying power right here, we could deposit it back into our checking account because it's been more than a day since I made those trades, right? Since I traded those options. I traded those options May 30th. Today is May 31st, so I can deposit this money back into my checking account. All right. So yeah, those options that you trade or sell, right? They're available the next day as soon as you make that passive income. You deposit that money right back into your checking account. All right. So that's excellent. Now let's take a look at one more thing here I wanted to show you. Okay. So right now, we own 1,200 shares of Bitfarms, and our average cost is $2.53. So that comes out to $3,036. Okay. Now take a look at here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at my market value. Because Bitfarms is now trading at $2.25, right? My total market value on my 1,200 shares is $2,700. Okay. Now remember, it's cost me $3,036 to buy these 1,200 shares of Bitfarms. So that is why my total return right now is negative $336. right? But take a look at this over here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Take a look at my buying power. My buying power is $363, right? Or $362, $363 minus the transaction fees. Okay. So what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that I've made more money in passive income than the amount of money that I've lost on the 1,200 shares that I own of Bitfarms. Okay. I've made just in this month alone $363 in passive income. And the total amount that I've lost on my 1,200 shares of Bitfarms is $336. So that means that this loss has already been covered. I can sell all of my shares of Bitfarms right now, and all the money that I've made in passive income would be my profit. Okay. Because it's above this number right here. Okay. Yeah. So we can see it right here. My buying power, $362, and my total return, negative $336. So I've already covered this loss. I've accomplished my second goal already. Okay. Now, my long-term goal, if you remember, is now trying to complete the wheel and sell shares of Bitfarms at $2.50 or more, right? So that is why all of my covered calls that I have now on my shares of Bitfarms, they are all at $2.50 or $5.50 or $5. Those are all of my call options that I've sold, covered calls, right? Now my put options are all below that number. See, I have $2 put here, $2.50 put here, $2 put here, and $1.50 put here. Okay. Now, why did I sell this $2.50 put? What was the reasoning behind it? Well, it's because I wanted to make more than 20% on my investment this week, right? So if we take a look at the options right now, the reason why I chose that put option to sell this week is because when I took a look at the options expiring August 16th, right? See, the $2 one was only trading at 25 cents, right? So that means that if I sold this put, I would have made around 12% return on my investment right there, or 15% if I could have sold it for $30, right? So that's what I would have made there, okay? But because I decided to sell the $2.50 put, I sold it for $60. So that means I made 24% return on my investment there, all right? Now you see this $3 put? I thought about selling this $3 put right here too. That would have cost me $2.10 per share if this contract expired in the money on August 16th. So most likely I would have been able to buy 100 shares of Bitfarms for $2.10 by August 16th, right? And that would have gave me 30%. Yeah, 30% return on my investment and make $90 on my $300 investment. But I just right now would rather keep my dollar cost average down. But so that's why I chose to sell this $2.50 put. I want to keep my dollar cost average around 250. Okay. So that's why I chose to sell this put option for this week. And that brought me to $363 that I've made in passive income this month. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, this has been a great week, a phenomenal month, and an excellent quarter that I've had using the wheel strategy with Bitfarms. Okay. Now, how long am I going to be able to do this for? If you remember on my last video, we talked about the hostile takeover that's about to happen to Bitfarms, right? But let's see what Bitfarms' response was to that hostile takeover news that we had this week. Riot Platforms, another Bitcoin mining company, is trying to take over Bitfarms. They want to buy them out for $2.30, which is okay with me. I've already made more money than that, if that's what Bitfarms was sold for, right? But I seriously doubt that it's going to be bought at that price, okay? Let's take a look at Bitfarms' response. Here we see Bitfarms, a global Bitcoin vertically integrated company, today confirms that the company received a proposal by Riot Platforms Incorporated on April 22nd, 2024 to acquire 100% of the common shares of Bitfarms at a price of US $2.30 per common share, consisting of cash and Riot common stock. A special committee of the board comprised solely of independent directors. The special committee carefully considered the proposal and determined it significantly undervalues the company and its growth prospects. In order to advance discussions with Riot in a meaningful manner, the special committee requested customary confidentiality and non-solicitation protections, to which Riot did not respond. So there's a back and forth going on here. Having received additional unsolicited expressions of interest, with each additional party executing a customary non-disclosure agreement, the special committee is conducting a thorough strategic alternatives review to ensure it achieves maximum shareholder value. These alternatives could include, among others, continuing to execute on the company's business plan, a strategic business combination, or other strategic transaction or sale of the company, right? So what this essentially means, ladies and gentlemen, is that Bitfarms is attempting to achieve maximum shareholder value. And the way they're going about it is by executing on the company's business plan, which is executing on their growth plans for the end of this year, which is growing to triple their size that they currently are at. Another thing that they need to take care of right now is appointing a new CEO. They need to take care of that so that more confidence could go into this company. But they have an excellent chief mining officer in Ben Gagnon. So definitely that is one of the reasons why Riot is going after them. They really want to have Ben on their team, and they know that Bitfarms has, they have locations in 4 different parts of the world, 4 countries where they are currently mining Bitcoin. So that's gonna, and Riot is only operating in the United States. So in order for them to expand their operations, that is why Riot is going after Bitfarms. They see that Bitfarms is way undervalued from where they should be. So of course they're gonna try and purchase this company for way cheaper than they are worth. They are truly worth. But that is why Bitfarms rejected that proposal, right? Because they know they're worth a whole lot more than they're valued at right now. So they just need to execute on their business plan, and that will cause their stock value to go up, all right? That is one way that they can hold out on being bought out. Second thing that they're looking to do is a strategic business combination or other strategic transaction. What that could be referring to is they could possibly be trying to merge with another Bitcoin miner, okay? Or a sale of the company. So there could be other Bitcoin mining companies that are interested in purchasing Bitfarms. So there could be like a bidding war on Bitfarms as a company, right? People who have who are able to give more than what Riot Platforms is offering. So there could possibly be a bidding war right now as well, right? We know that the top 3 miners right now are Riot Platforms, CleanSpark, as well as Marathon Digital. So these are the top 3 mining companies, and their balance sheet, of course they have more than enough money to buy out Bitfarms at the value that it's at right now, currently valued under $700 million in the market cap. So either of these 3 companies could easily buy out Bitfarms, right, and do a hostile takeover of Bitfarms. So Bitfarms really has about 60 days to execute on their company's business plan in order to make their market cap go up. So as long as it goes up to about $1 billion, anything over $2.30 will cause a hostile takeover to be more difficult to execute. All right. So that is what the company is trying to do in order to achieve maximum shareholder value for all of their shareholders, right? And that makes sense. They want to have a good relationship with their investors. Okay, so they're trying to do the best that they can. So now my suggestion to anybody, and now of course you have to do your own due diligence, but my suggestion to everybody who has invested in Bitfarms and has not used the wheel strategy in order to make passive income to cover their total loss that they currently have on Bitfarms, well, you need to dollar cost average down, okay? So if you were investing in Bitfarms 3 months ago, when it was around, let's say $3, right? If your dollar cost average right now is $3, right? And you know the company is either going to be bought out by Riot, $2.30, or there's going to be a bidding war and it will either be bought out at around $3 or $3.50. Let's see, year to date, what was the highest that they were at? $3.60 on February 26th is where they were at, right? February 16th, $3.61. So these are the possible price targets for Bitfarms to be bought out at this price, okay? So if your dollar cost average is anywhere above this number, you need to be dollar cost averaging down right now. You need to be buying Bitfarms shares at $2.25 so that your dollar cost average could come down. Okay, and when the company is bought out or merges with another company or executes on their business plan going forward, then you'll be going, your dollar cost average will come down and your total return loss will go up, start going up. Okay, so if you started buying in the company at $3.60, you need to start buying into this company now. Because if you sell right now and you weren't using the wheel strategy, you're gonna end up selling for a loss. Okay, you're gonna end up selling for a loss. So my suggestion to you is to dollar cost average down. Bitfarms is at 225 right now. If you started buying at $3 and you start buying more shares of Bitfarms right now, right? You're buying it at a cheaper price than when you started investing in it. So that means your dollar cost average would come down, your total return would go up. And once Bitfarms starts executing on their business plan, or if they get another buyer who offers more than $2.30, then you're going to have a profit, okay? You're going to have a profit if either of those three things happens. Either they merge with another Bitcoin mining company, or there's a bidding war on Bitfarms company, or they start executing on those business plans, all right? So in the next 2 months, if you dollar cost average down right now, then you would most likely end up selling your shares for a profit, all right? Do not sell for a loss. Do not sell for a loss, ladies and gentlemen. If you started investing at $3.60, why are you not buying Bitfarms now that is much, much cheaper than when you started investing in them, okay? So please, ladies and gentlemen, do not sell for a loss. Try to recover some of your losses by buying shares of Bitfarms right now before it starts to go back up because of those three actions that I mentioned earlier. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the video for today. I hope that you have a great weekend. I'm going to be going back to work next week, unfortunately, and I enjoyed my vacation. I had a great time. I wish I could have done more on these videos to show you how simple it can be to use the wheel strategy in the stock market. But I hope that you are learning something from these videos. If you are, ladies and gentlemen, please share these videos with anyone who you think might benefit from these videos. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's the video for today. Hope you have a great weekend once again. And as always,
This has been another video from Dad's Market Stats. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like the video. If you know someone that can benefit from these videos, make sure to share it with them as well. Until next time, and remember, let's grow together.